When we checked into the honeymoon suite, the receptionist smiled too wide and said, "Welcome back, sir. Same room as last year with the same mistress?" My blood froze. I turned to my husband and his face turned pale, lips trembling, eyes wide with fear. "If you were me, what would you do?" Hit like, share this story, and don't forget to subscribe. Tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing how far these stories travel. My chest tightened as silence stretched between us. "Mistress?" I repeated, my voice breaking. The lobby buzzed with soft music and the scent of roses, but all I could hear was the echo of that single word. My husband Daniel forced a laugh, but it was hollow, forced, trembling at the edges. "Excuse me, there must be some mistake," Daniel said quickly, leaning toward the receptionist. "This is our honeymoon. First time here." His hand brushed mine, but instead of reassurance, it felt like desperation. The receptionist looked confused, scanning the screen again, then biting her lip as if realizing she had said too much. "Sir," she murmured, "the reservation history clearly shows your name, same room, same dates, last year. You even left a note. Special anniversary trip with Clara." She said the name like it was poison. My stomach dropped. "Clara?" The syllables felt sharp, foreign, invasive. Daniel's face flushed, his eyes flicking to me with panic. I pulled my hand away. "Who's Clara?" My voice shook but cut like glass. A few heads turned from the lobby chairs, whispers rising as if strangers could smell the scandal blooming in the air. Daniel grabbed my wrist, hissing, "Not here, Emma. Let's go upstairs." "Please!" His grip was tight, not protective, restraining. "Answer me now," I snapped, yanking free. The receptionist's eyes darted between us, uncomfortable. Daniel exhaled, lowering his voice. "She's nobody. Just a friend from work. It's a mix-up, nothing more." But the name Clara echoed in my head, paired with the word mistress and the receptionist's too sure tone. We stepped into the elevator, silence boiling. My hands shook. The gold doors closed, trapping us in a mirror-lined box. "Tell me the truth, Daniel," I demanded. "You brought another woman here, didn't you?" He rubbed his temple, pacing in the small space. "Emma, I don't want to ruin our honeymoon with this nonsense." "Don't let a stranger slip ruin us." "Nonsense?" My laugh was bitter. "The staff knows your mistress by name." "That's not nonsense. That's betrayal." He slammed his fist against the elevator wall, startling me. "Stop twisting everything." "Clara was—" He cut himself off, jaw tight. My heart pounded. "She was what?" I pushed, voice rising. The elevator dinged. We stepped out into the plush, carpeted hallway. The silence of the corridor amplified every thud of my heart. He turned sharply, grabbing my shoulders. "Listen, she was someone I dated, years before you. I came here once, that's all." "Stop making a scene." His eyes begged me to believe him. But the receptionist's exact words, "Same room, same dates, last year," clashed with his excuse. Inside the suite, the air felt heavy, suffocating. Rose petals were scattered across the bed, champagne chilling on the table. It should have felt romantic, but instead it screamed mockery. I dropped my bag, glaring at him. "So Clara was your mistress, wasn't she?" He slumped onto the bed, burying his face in his hands. "Emma, please. I made mistakes before you, but you're my wife now. This is our moment." His voice cracked with rehearsed sincerity. But my gut told me this wasn't just a shadow from the past. "Last year," I repeated coldly. "The receptionist said last year, Daniel. Not years ago. Last year." His silence was deafening. Tears pricked my eyes, but I blinked them away. "You were already engaged to me last year." My voice shook. "So who exactly were you celebrating an anniversary trip with while I was planning our wedding?" He looked up, face pale, lips pressed together. "Emma, it wasn't what you think." "Then tell me what it was," I snapped. My chest ached, but anger burned hotter. He stood suddenly, pacing. "She was persistent. I tried to end things, but she threatened me. She knew everything about us, Emma. Everything. If I didn't meet her, she said she'd ruin me. Ruin us." His words spilled like desperation, but I couldn't tell if it was truth or another performance. I folded my arms, forcing my voice steady. So your solution was to take her to the same suite we're in right now? While I was at home, loyal, blind, waiting for you? He froze, eyes flicking to the floor. Guilt etched across his face like a confession he couldn't voice. The room felt colder. Do you still see her? I demanded. He hesitated. That pause was louder than any answer. My heart sank. Unbelievable, I whispered. He reached for me, but I stepped back. Emma, please. She means nothing now. You're my wife. I chose you. His words rang hollow, echoing against the walls. The champagne cork popped suddenly, startling us both. It had loosened on its own. The sound felt like a gunshot. You chose me? I spat. Then why is she still haunting our honeymoon? My voice broke, the weight of betrayal cracking me open. He stared, speechless, and in that silence, the truth screamed louder than words. I grabbed my phone, fingers trembling. Maybe I should call her? Ask Clara myself what you two celebrated here. His eyes widened, panic flashing. He lunged, snatching the phone from my hand. Don't! He barked, voice sharp. You don't know what you're doing. My breath caught. Why? What are you so afraid I'll hear? That she'll tell me everything you've been hiding? The room felt like it was spinning, the walls pressing in. Daniel clutched the phone, his knuckles white. Emma, please don't dig into this. It will destroy us. His voice cracked, but fear, not love, laced his words. I stepped closer, staring into his eyes. Maybe destruction is exactly what you deserve. His face drained of color. He sank onto the bed again, muttering under his breath. You don't understand. She's dangerous, my heart hammered. Dangerous? This wasn't just infidelity. It was something darker. I whispered, What did you get yourself into, Daniel? He looked up, eyes wet, voice trembling. If you keep pushing, Emma, she'll come for you too. The champagne fizzed loudly in the silence, the sound eerie, mocking. My chest tightened, my mind reeling. Was this just betrayal? Or had I just stepped into something far bigger, far darker than I ever imagined? Daniel's warning hung in the air. She'll come for you too. My blood ran cold. I had no idea that Clara wasn't just a mistress. She was a threat. My knees weakened, but anger pushed me upright. She'll come for me? I repeated, voice sharp. Daniel, are you telling me this mistress isn't just a fling, but some kind of threat? He rubbed his face hard, eyes darting as if the walls themselves might be listening. Emma, you don't understand what Clara is capable of. I stepped closer, refusing to let his fear infect me. Then make me understand, I hissed. Because right now, all I see is a cheating husband spinning excuses. You expect me to believe she's some monster? That's convenient, Daniel. Very convenient. His jaw clenched, but instead of denial, his silence stretched, heavy and damning. Finally, he whispered, She's obsessed. She blackmails me, Emma. She records everything. Every meeting, every word. She has proof, photos, videos, things that could destroy my career, our reputation, even yours. I froze. My stomach twisted. Proof of what? His eyes burned with shame. Of us, Emma. Of me cheating, yes, but also things you don't know. Things she made me do. My breath caught. Things? You let her make you do? He grabbed my arm suddenly, desperate. I had no choice. You don't understand. She threatens to send it to everyone. My boss, my family, even you. That's why I had to keep her close. I pulled away, disgust rising like bile. So you kept betraying me to protect yourself. How noble. His voice broke. I thought I could handle it. That she'd get bored and move on. But she didn't. She wants more, Emma. She wants everything. My chest heaved, fury mixing with dread. Everything? Like what? Your money, your name, your entire life? He swallowed hard. She wants to be you. The words slashed the air, cold and sharp. I stared at him, horrified. She wants to replace me? He nodded, face pale. She already calls herself Mrs. Miller. She brags to people that I'm hers. And she won't stop until she makes it true. My hands shook, but I clenched them into fists. And you let it get this far. My voice was flat, deadly. He leaned forward, pleading. I tried to protect you. That's why I never told you. My laugh was bitter, raw. Protect me? You dragged me into this hell without a choice. You brought me to her suite, Daniel. On our honeymoon. His face crumpled, shame etched deep, but I wasn't done. Where is she now? Where's Clara? He hesitated. She doesn't know we're here. Yet? The pause in his voice was too long, too calculated. My gut twisted. You're lying. His head dropped. She knows. My stomach turned icy. Of course she knows. Because you told her. Didn't you? He didn't answer, and his silence screamed louder than any confession. A sharp knock rattled the door. My blood ran cold. We froze. Another knock, harder this time, followed by a silky voice through the wood. Danny, darling. Are you going to keep me waiting all night? My throat closed. It was her, Clara, here, at our honeymoon suite. I backed away from the door, my body trembling. Daniel's face drained of all color. Don't say a word, he whispered urgently, pressing a finger to his lips. The knock turned into pounding. I know you're in there. Let me in or I'll scream this entire hotel down. Her voice was sharp, commanding, and terrifying. I whispered, She knows everything. She always knew. My chest heaved. Daniel grabbed my wrist again. Emma, listen to me. If she sees you, she'll do anything to destroy you. You don't know what she's capable of. The pounding grew louder, the door handle rattling. Danny, she screeched. Don't make me come in there. I shoved him away. Open the door. His eyes widened. No, Emma, don't. But my fury drowned out my fear. You already let her control you. I won't let her control me. I stormed toward the door, but he grabbed me, holding me back. Please, Emma, don't give her the satisfaction. My voice shook, but I screamed. Then what's your plan? Hide forever? The pounding stopped suddenly. Silence. My heart pounded in my ears. Then a chilling whisper seeped through the gap. I'll be back, and when I come, she won't be standing next to you. My blood froze. Her footsteps faded down the hall, each one echoing like a death sentence. I collapsed onto the bed, shaking. This is insane. She's insane. And you, I pointed at him with trembling hands. You let her into our lives. Daniel slumped into the chair, burying his face in his hands. I thought I could control it, but I can't. She's always one step ahead. I swallowed hard, my voice low. Then we need to take control back. She can't keep holding this over you. Over us. His head jerked up. No, Emma, if we push her, she'll release everything. Videos, texts, photos. She'll ruin us. My eyes burned with rage. She already has. Silence filled the room. Finally, I said, if she wants war, she picked the wrong woman. He shook his head, panic in his eyes. Don't provoke her. But I leaned forward, my voice steady, fierce. I'm not afraid of her. She thinks she owns you, Daniel, but she doesn't own me. His lips trembled. You don't understand, Emma. Clara doesn't play fair. She destroys. She doesn't care about consequences. She doesn't care who gets hurt. I stared at him, voice like steel. Neither do I. His eyes widened, fear flickering across his face. Not for Clara, but for me. The phone on the nightstand buzzed, startling us both. Daniel grabbed it quickly, but I was faster. I snatched it from his hands. On the screen was a new message. From Clara. My chest tightened as I read aloud. Sweetheart, if you don't tell her everything tonight, I will. TikTok. I froze, the words searing into me. Tell me everything tonight, I whispered, staring at him. His face went white. Emma, please, don't. I cut him off, my voice shaking with fury. No more excuses. No more half-truths. Tell me, what exactly is she holding over you? Daniel's mouth opened, but no words came. Sweat beaded on his forehead. It's worse than you think? My stomach twisted, dread clawing at me. Then make me think it. Right now. My voice cracked, but I refused to break. He closed his eyes, whispering, If I tell you, Emma, you'll never forgive me. The phone buzzed again. Another message flashing. 5 minutes. Danny, or the whole world finds out. I stared at him, my hands shaking, fury and fear colliding inside me. Then I guess I'll find out with the rest of the world. The phone buzzed once more, this time with a video attachment from Clara. My finger hovered over it, my breath catching. Was I about to see the truth? Or the end of my marriage? My thumb hovered over the screen, heart hammering against my ribs. The video preview showed a blurred image, a bed, a man's silhouette. My throat tightened. Should I play it? I whispered, my voice trembling. Daniel lunged forward, panic in his eyes. No! Don't, Emma, please don't. I yanked the phone away, glaring. Why not? Afraid I'll finally see the truth instead of your pathetic lies? He reached for me, but I pulled back. Emma, listen to me, he pleaded, voice cracking. That video, it's not just cheating. It's worse. You'll never look at me the same again. My chest heaved. Daniel, I already don't look at you the same. You destroyed that the moment she knocked on our door. The buzzing phone vibrated in my hand again, Clara's name glowing across the screen. Another message popped up. Press play, sweetheart. He'll never tell you himself. I swallowed hard, my thumb shaking. I pressed play. The screen lit up, sound spilling into the silence. A woman's laughter, Clara's. Then Daniel's voice, low, intimate, saying words that made my stomach twist. I wish Emma were gone. You're the only one I want. My real wife. My hand flew to my mouth, choking on a sob. No, I whispered. No, you didn't say that. Daniel's face drained of all color, his body shaking. Emma, I swear, it's not what it looks like. She forced me to say that. She was recording. She threatened me. But the video played on, showing him kissing Clara, hands roaming her body like it was second nature. I turned the phone off, tears burning hot against my cheeks. Forced you? Nobody forced you to look like you loved her. Nobody forced you to humiliate me like this. My voice broke, raw and jagged. Daniel dropped to his knees in front of me. Emma, please. You have to believe me. She manipulates me, traps me. I pushed him away, my voice sharp. Stop blaming her. You had choices. You chose her over me. Again and again. My hands trembled so badly I nearly dropped the phone. Do you even love me, Daniel? Or am I just a cover for your sick little double life? His eyes filled with tears, desperation etched into every line of his face. I do love you. You're the only one I've ever truly loved. Clara, she's poison. She uses me, she twists everything. I swear, Emma, you're my heart. But the echo of his voice from the video, I wish Emma were gone, replayed in my head like a curse. The phone buzzed again. Another message. Hope you enjoyed the preview, darling. That's just one clip. I've got hours more. Want me to upload them? My stomach dropped, my hand shaking so badly I nearly dropped it. Daniel grabbed my wrist. Don't answer her. Don't give her the satisfaction. I ripped my hand free. Don't tell me what to do. You gave her the power, not me. My voice cracked with fury. He lowered his head, whispering, She won't stop until she has everything, Emma. Don't play into her game. My chest heaved, breath shallow. Then maybe it's time I learn to play hers. Daniel's head snapped up, fear in his eyes. No, Emma, no. If you challenge her, she'll destroy you. She'll destroy us. I stared at him, voice like steel. She already destroyed us. He flinched, the words hitting harder than any slap. I stood, pacing the room, my mind racing. You're telling me she has more videos, more proof, and she'll release them if you don't keep crawling back to her. He nodded slowly, shame heavy on his shoulders. Then we stop playing defense, I said coldly. We take her down before she takes us down. He shook his head violently. You don't know her. She has connections, money, influence. She's dangerous. I turned sharply, eyes burning into him. So am I when I've been betrayed. The silence between us was thick, charged, unbreakable. A knock shattered it. Not gentle. Not Clara. This one was heavier, official. Daniel froze. Who's that? I whispered. He shook his head, eyes wide. Another knock, louder this time. Then a voice. Hotel security. Open up. My blood ran cold. I glanced at Daniel. Security? He looked panicked, sweat dripping down his forehead. Emma, don't open it, please. My stomach twisted. Why? What else have you done? He backed away, shaking his head. It's not me. It's her. She must have called them. She'll tell them lies. Make it look like I'm dangerous. The knock turned into pounding. Open the door now, Mr. Miller. My heart raced. I whispered, they know your name. Daniel's hands trembled. She must have shown them something. My throat went dry. Something like what? But before he could answer, the keycard lock beeped. The door swung open, 2 uniformed security officers stepping inside. Sir, we need to speak with you immediately, one said firmly. Daniel stumbled back, hands raised. Wait, there's been a mistake. The other officer cut him off. We received a report of harassment and threats against a female guest. My heart dropped. She framed you, I whispered. Daniel's face went pale. No, Emma, she framed us. My blood ran cold as the officers advanced. Sir, you'll need to come with us, one ordered. Daniel turned to me, eyes pleading. Emma, please, don't let them take me. You have to tell them the truth. My mouth went dry. What truth? That my husband had cheated? That his mistress was a manipulative liar? That I had no idea what was real anymore? The officers grabbed his arms, pulling him toward the door. He shouted over his shoulder, Emma, fight for me! Don't let her win! I stood frozen, the phone still in my hand, Clara's unread messages glowing on the screen. My chest heaved as Daniel's voice echoed down the hall, swallowed by the closing door. The silence that followed was deafening. The phone buzzed again. A new message from Clara. Now he's out of the way. We can finally have a little chat, you and me. Emma stared at the glowing screen, her reflection trembling in the glass. Clara wasn't after Daniel anymore. She was coming for her. The phone vibrated again in my hand, Clara's name glowing across the screen like a curse. My palms were slick with sweat, my breath shallow. I whispered to myself, she's not after him anymore. She's after me. My thumb trembled as I opened the message. Her words slashed the air. Meet me in the hotel bar in 10 minutes, alone, or the videos go public. My stomach twisted, bile rising. I wanted to throw the phone across the room, but fear rooted me in place. Daniel's words replayed, she's dangerous, but anger burned hotter than fear. I typed back with shaking hands. Fine, 10 minutes. My reflection in the black screen looked nothing like me. Wild eyes, clenched jaw, betrayal carved deep into every line of my face. The bar was dimly lit, candles flickering, the smell of whiskey hanging thick in the air. My heels clicked against the floor, every step pounding in my ears. And then I saw her, Clara. She sat at a corner table, legs crossed, crimson lips curved into a smug smile. She raised her glass of wine as if to toast me. Emma, she purred when I approached. Finally, face to face. You're prettier than I expected. My jaw tightened, fury flashing in my chest. Cut the games. What do you want? She tilted her head, eyes gleaming. Want? Oh, darling, I already have what I want. Your husband. Your life. This is just… Clean up! I gripped the chair opposite her and sat down hard. You think you've won, but you don't know me. I'm not someone you can push aside. She laughed softly, sipping her wine. Oh, I know exactly who you are. The clueless wife who planned a wedding while her groom spent nights with me in this very room. My fists tightened on the table, nails digging into my palms. You blackmailed him. Manipulated him. Clara leaned closer, her perfume sharp, intoxicating. Is that what he told you? Poor little Daniel. Always playing the victim? She pulled out her phone, scrolling. Should I show you the messages where he begged me not to leave him? Called me his real wife? His future? My throat closed. I wanted to scream, but I forced myself to stay steady. If that's true, why bother with me? If he's yours, why drag me into this? Clara's smile widened, cruel. Because, darling, men like Daniel need a cover. A perfect little wife for the world to admire. But between us? She tapped her chest with painted nails. He'll always be mine. My vision blurred with tears, but I blinked them back. You're delusional. He chose me. He married me. She smirked, eyes glinting. He married his shield. Nothing more. My chest heaved, but I forced my voice calm. Release the videos if you want. Ruin his career, ruin our marriage, but don't think you'll ruin me. Clara's eyes narrowed, her smile fading slightly. Brave words. But we both know you're terrified. I can destroy everything with one click. Your family, your reputation. Do you really want your parents watching him call me his wife? My hands trembled, but I leaned in, my voice cold. Try me. For the first time, Clara blinked, thrown off. But she recovered quickly, leaning back with a sly grin. You're stronger than he said. He told me you'd crumble. My heart ached, but I forced steel into my voice. Maybe he doesn't know me as well as he thinks. She studied me, tilting her head, amused. Interesting. I do love a challenge. The bartender glanced at us nervously, as if sensing the venom in the air. Clara finished her wine, standing gracefully. This was fun, Emma, but games have consequences. She slid a small envelope across the table. Open it when you're ready to see the truth. Oh, and tell Danny I said hi. She winked, strutting away with the confidence of a queen leaving her court. I stared at the envelope, my hands shaking. Part of me wanted to rip it to shreds. Part of me wanted to throw it in the fire. But my curiosity clawed at me, my need for answers stronger than fear. Slowly, I slid it open. Inside were photographs. Dozens of them. Daniel and Clara. In restaurants, hotel rooms, even outside our own house. Some were intimate. Too intimate, my stomach lurched. The dates were printed in the corners. All during our engagement. Some even after the wedding. My vision swam, rage flooding me. I whispered to myself, he lied about everything. A hand suddenly landed on my shoulder. I spun around, heart racing. It was Daniel, his face pale, eyes wide with panic. Emma, what are you doing here? I told you not to meet her. I shoved the photos into his chest. Look at them. She's been documenting your affair like a trophy collection. His hand shook as the photos slipped from his fingers, scattering across the bar floor. Emma, please don't believe her lies. My voice cut him like a blade. Lies? These are timestamps, Daniel. Proof. You swore you loved me, but you were with her. Again and again. He dropped to his knees, scrambling to gather the photos, but it was useless. The bartender stared, guests whispered, the humiliation burning me alive. Emma, listen. She staged some of these. I cut him off, my voice breaking. Stop blaming her. She didn't force you to hold her hand. She didn't force you to kiss her. That's you, Daniel. That's all you? Tears welled in his eyes, his voice trembling. If you leave me now, she wins. Don't let her take you from me. I shook my head, fury boiling. She didn't take me, Daniel. You pushed me away. My voice cracked, raw and jagged. The bartender bent down, whispering urgently, Ma'am, I think you should leave. That woman you spoke with, she's still in the building. My stomach dropped. Where? He glanced nervously toward the hallway. She went toward the elevators, but she's watching you. I turned and my blood froze. Clara stood in the shadows, her crimson lips curved into a satisfied smile, her phone in hand. She raised it slowly, snapped a photo of me and Daniel on the floor, and mouthed 2 chilling words. Your turn. Emma's chest tightened as Clara vanished into the elevator. What did your turn mean? The envelope shook in Emma's hands, because this time Clara wasn't just targeting Daniel. She was targeting her. The elevator doors slid shut, swallowing Clara's smile. But her words echoed inside my skull. Your turn. My fingers trembled around the envelope. My heart pounding so loud I swore the whole bar could hear it. Daniel's hand reached for mine, but I jerked away. Don't touch me. Not after this. He looked broken, his voice low and desperate. Emma, please. Whatever she's planning, it's not just about me anymore. She wants to ruin you. My chest tightened, bile burning my throat. Then tell me, Daniel, what exactly does she have that could ruin me? Because from where I'm standing, you're the liar. You're the one caught with his mistress in a stack of photos. His eyes darted nervously toward the door. It's not just photos. Clara records everything. She collects secrets like weapons. And I was stupid enough to give her ammunition. I grabbed his shirt collar, my voice cutting. What ammunition, Daniel? What have you done? He swallowed hard, his lips trembling. During our engagement, I signed some papers for her. Financial papers. She said it was for an investment, but I never checked. If my name's on anything dirty, she'll drag you into it too. As my wife, you'll be implicated. The floor seemed to tilt under my feet. You mean she could make me look complicit? In crimes you helped her with? He nodded weakly. Emma, I was stupid, but I swear I didn't know. She tricked me. My voice came out in a hiss. She didn't trick you into her bed, Daniel. You chose that. The bartender coughed softly, interrupting. Ma'am, sir, I think you should know something. We turned sharply, and his face was pale. That woman, Clara, she paid me to deliver this if you ever showed up. He pulled a small black flash drive from his pocket, setting it gently on the counter like it was poison. My blood froze. I reached for it, but Daniel grabbed my wrist. Emma, don't look. I yanked free, snarling, why? Because it'll show the truth? His face crumbled. Because it'll destroy you. I pocketed the drive, ignoring his pleas. If she wants to come for me, I need to know what she's holding over my head. He lunged, desperate. Emma, please, Clara's not playing fair. That drive could ruin us both. My voice went cold. We're already ruined! The tension snapped when a voice called out from the bar's entrance. Emma? My head whipped around. My stomach dropped. It was my sister Lily. Her eyes widened at the sight of Daniel crouched on the floor, photos scattered like confetti around him. What is happening here? My chest constricted, panic searing through me. Lily, it's not... But Clara's trap had already sprung. A camera flash went off from the hallway. Clara stood there, snapping photos of Lily's horrified face, of me holding the envelope, of Daniel looking guilty as sin. Her laughter echoed like glass shattering. Perfect, Clara sang, her voice dripping poison. Family drama makes the best headlines. Then she was gone, slipping into the shadows before I could even move. Lily's face was pale, her voice trembling. Emma, tell me this isn't true. Tell me Daniel isn't... She looked at the photos scattered across the floor and covered her mouth with both hands. I lunged toward her, my voice cracking. Lily, please, it's not what you think. She stepped back, her eyes wet. You've been defending him this whole time and he's been with her? Emma, how could you let this happen? Daniel scrambled to his feet, reaching out. Lily, listen. She recoiled, disgust etched on her face. Don't touch me. She turned to me, her voice sharp. You deserve better than this. You've always deserved better. Her eyes softened for a moment, then hardened again. But if you stay with him after this, I'll never forgive you. The words sliced me open, deeper than any of Clara's threats. I watched helplessly as Lily stormed out, the bar's door slamming shut behind her. Daniel groaned, running his hands through his hair. She's turning everyone against us. That's her game. Divide and conquer! My body shook with rage. No, Daniel. You divided us. You handed her the knife. He sank into a chair, defeated, whispering, Then we need to fight back. Together. Please, Emma. I stared at the flash drive burning in my pocket. Together? My laugh was hollow. You and I are already enemies, Daniel. I stormed toward the elevators, ignoring his calls, ignoring the burning stares of strangers. When I reached the room, I locked the door behind me, shoved the flash drive into my laptop, and pressed play. The screen flickered. A video loaded. My stomach turned to ice. It wasn't Daniel and Clara this time. It was me. Grainy footage of me in my office, late nights when I thought I was alone. Clara's voice whispered over the video. Look how easy it is to watch her. How easy it will be to ruin her. My hands flew to my mouth. She had been spying on me, recording me, following me. I scrubbed through the footage and my breath stopped. There I was, meeting with a male coworker, James, leaning close over files, laughing, his hand brushing mine. To anyone watching, it looked intimate. Too intimate. The video cut to Clara's voice again. Poor Emma, faithful wife? Or just as dirty as her husband? Tears blurred my vision, my chest heaving. She wasn't just exposing Daniel. She was framing me, making it look like I was having an affair too. Daniel banged on the door suddenly, his voice panicked. Emma, open up. What did you see? I screamed back, my voice cracking. She's coming for me, Daniel. Not just you, me. The pounding grew louder, his voice frantic. Emma, listen to me. We can still fix this. But you have to trust me. My vision swam, my whole body trembling. Trust you? I whispered to myself. You're the reason she has me in her crosshairs. I slammed the laptop shut, breathing ragged. As the final words from Clara's video echoed in my ears, it's her turn to lose everything. Emma stared at her reflection in the dark laptop screen, realizing Clara's trap wasn't about stealing Daniel anymore. It was about destroying her. The next morning, I woke to the shrill ping of my phone. Dozens of notifications lit up the screen. Texts, emails, social media tags. My chest tightened as I opened one. My own face stared back at me, grainy and blurred, with a headline. Cheating wife exposed. Newlywed already secretly meeting another man. I dropped the phone, my breath hitching. No, this can't be happening. The videos Clara had shown me were everywhere now, edited and twisted to make it look like I was the one betraying Daniel. My phone rang again. It was Lily. I answered shakily. Lily, please, you have to believe me. Her voice was cold, sharp. Believe you? Emma, the whole world is watching you flirt with another man. I defended you last night, and now I look like a fool. Don't call me again until you're ready to admit the truth. The line went dead. I dropped the phone, tears stinging my eyes. A pounding knock rattled the door. Emma, open up! It's me! Daniel's voice carried desperation. I unlocked it reluctantly. He stormed in, his phone clutched in his hand. She released it. She framed you, Emma. I told you she would. His eyes softened, searching my face. But you have to fight back. You can't let her win. I laughed bitterly, wiping at my tears. Fight back? Look at me, Daniel. My sister hates me, the internet thinks I'm a cheater, and my so-called husband. My voice cracked. You put me in this mess. He flinched, guilt flooding his face. I know. And I'll spend the rest of my life making it right. Just don't let her destroy us. I turned on him, fury boiling. There is no us anymore. There's her and there's me. And I swear I'm not going down quietly. I pulled out the flash drive, slamming it on the table. This is her weapon, so let's use it against her. His eyes widened. Emma, no, you don't understand. If we expose her, she'll retaliate harder. She has more, I know she does. My jaw tightened. Then we beat her at her own game. She wants to humiliate me? I'll humiliate her first. Before Daniel could respond, my phone buzzed again. A new message from Clara. How does it feel, sweetheart? To watch your family turn against you? Don't worry, it gets worse from here. Attached was another video. My hands shook as I opened it. The screen showed me again, this time entering a hotel room. But it wasn't James, my coworker, who followed me inside. It was a man I didn't even know. My face was clear, my laugh edited in, the scene made to look intimate. It wasn't real, but it looked real enough. Daniel's jaw tightened. Deepfakes, he muttered. She's fabricating everything. My chest heaved. If people believe this, Daniel, my career, my name, my life, it's over. He grabbed my shoulders, his voice fierce. Then we fight, together, no matter what. His words rang hollow after everything, but desperation clawed at me. I needed a plan. Hours later, we sat in silence, laptops open, trying to track the origin of the leaks. My phone buzzed again. A video call request from Clara. My stomach twisted. Daniel whispered, "Don't answer." I clicked accept. Clara's face filled the screen, perfectly lit, lips painted blood red. Well, she purred. The happy couple looks strained. Trouble in paradise? I clenched my fists. Why are you doing this? You got what you wanted, Daniel, the affair. Why come after me? She tilted her head, feigning sympathy. Because, darling, watching you fall is so much more satisfying. Daniel never feared losing me, but you? You'll lose everything. Daniel's voice was raw. Clara, stop this. Please. Take it out on me, not her. She smirked. But hurting her hurts you more, doesn't it? My stomach churned. You won't get away with this, I snapped. Clara's laugh was sharp. Oh, I already have. By the time anyone figures out the truth, your name will be dirt. And your sweet little sister? She's next. My blood froze. Stay away from Lily, I growled. Clara's smile widened. Why would I? She's so eager to believe the worst about you. One whisper, one edited clip, and she'll hate you forever. Then she leaned close to the camera, her voice venom. Tick-tock, Emma. Your life is crumbling and I'm just getting started. The screen went black. I stared at the phone, my breath ragged. Daniel whispered, We have to protect Lily. She's using her to hurt you. My mind raced. If Clara's targeting her, we can't just sit here. We have to warn her. I grabbed my coat, ignoring Daniel's protests. When we arrived at Lily's apartment, the lights were off, the door slightly ajar. My stomach dropped. Lily! I called, stepping inside. The living room was a mess, papers scattered, glass shattered. A note lay on the coffee table in red ink. Check your inbox, Emma. My phone buzzed. A new email. With shaking hands, I opened it. The subject line made my blood run cold. Your sister's turn. Attached was a video. I pressed play. The footage showed Lily, bound to a chair, her eyes wide with fear. Clara's voice purred off-screen. Emma, darling, you wanted to play games. Now it's my turn. Choose. Save your reputation. Or save your sister. Daniel gasped. Oh my God. My knees buckled, the phone slipping from my hands. She has Lily. My vision blurred with tears. Clara's trap had gone beyond humiliation. It was now a nightmare of life and death. Emma's world collapsed as Clara's ultimatum echoed in her ears. She wasn't just fighting for her marriage anymore. She was fighting for her sister's life. The video replayed in my trembling hands, Lily's muffled cries shredding through me. Clara's voice slithered like venom. Choose, Emma. Save your reputation. Or your sister. My throat closed, my body shaking. Daniel crouched beside me, his face pale. She's escalating. This isn't just blackmail anymore, it's kidnapping. I turned on him, fury flaring. And whose fault is it that she has this much power? You invited her into our lives. You handed her the weapon she's using against me now. His jaw tightened, shame flickering across his face. I know, Emma, and if I could go back, I would. But right now, Lily doesn't have time for us to argue. I clutched the phone, whispering through tears. She's my sister, Daniel. I can't let Clara hurt her. The phone buzzed again. Another message. 24 hours, sweetheart. Prove your loyalty. Admit your affair to the world, or Lily disappears forever. Attached was a photo of Lily, gagged, her eyes wide with terror. A sob ripped from my chest. Daniel grabbed my arms. Listen to me. If you cave to Clara, she wins. She'll keep pushing until you've got nothing left. We need to outsmart her. I shoved him away, my voice raw. Outsmart her? She has Lily, Daniel. She's one step away from killing her. He raked his hands through his hair, muttering, We need help. The police? Someone? My head snapped up. No. If we go to the police, Clara will release the videos. She'll destroy Lily and me in one move. His shoulders slumped. Then what do we do? I stared at the phone, Clara's smug words burning in my brain. My voice came out like steel. We give her what she wants. Daniel's eyes widened. Emma, no, I cut him off. I'll admit the affair. I'll sacrifice myself if it means saving Lily. His hands shook as he grabbed mine. Emma, please think. Once you confess, even a fake confession, you'll lose everything. Your family, your job, your name. Clara will own you forever. Tears streamed down my face. Better me than Lily. The silence that followed was heavy, broken only by the pounding of my heart. Then Daniel whispered, If you're going down, then so am I. We'll admit everything. We'll expose ourselves before Clara can. I yanked my hands free, rage burning. You don't get it, do you? You did cheat. You deserve the world's judgment. I don't, but if my reputation is the price to save Lily, then I'll pay it. Alone. Before he could argue, my phone rang again. Clara's voice oozed through the speaker. Time's ticking, Emma, ready to confess? Or do you need another demonstration? A muffled scream echoed faintly in the background. Lily. My blood ran cold. Leave her alone, I shouted. Clara chuckled. She'll be fine if you cooperate. Tomorrow morning, I want to see a public video. Your face, your voice. Admit you cheated. Make it convincing. If you don't, you'll be picking out your sister's coffin. The line went dead. I collapsed onto the couch, sobs racking me. Daniel knelt beside me, voice trembling. We can't let her control the narrative. If we play her game, she wins. I turned to him, my eyes blazing. If I don't play her game, Lily dies. He pressed his forehead into his hands. Then maybe we don't play either game. Maybe we create our own. I frowned, exhausted. What are you talking about? He looked up, determination flashing. If Clara wants a confession video, we give her one. But we lace it with a trap, suspicion tangled with hope in my chest. A trap? He nodded. We craft a confession so good she'll release Lily immediately. But hidden inside, we plant something she doesn't expect. A code, a message, proof she's behind it all. Enough for the authorities to track her down. I hesitated, fear gnawing. And if she sees through it? His jaw tightened. Then I'll offer myself instead. She wants me too. She'll take the bait if she thinks I'm willing to sacrifice. Tears welled again. Daniel, this is insane. What if we both end up destroyed? He took my hands, eyes fierce. Emma, I've already destroyed us. At least let me try to fix something. We stayed up all night, writing, recording, editing. Each draft felt like I was ripping pieces of myself out. The words tasted like poison. I betrayed my husband. I betrayed my vows. I betrayed myself. But Daniel kept pushing. Say it like you mean it, or she won't buy it. By dawn, the final version was ready. I stared at my reflection in the camera's playback. Pale, broken, humiliated. My voice was steady, but my eyes screamed truth. It looked real, too real. My chest ached. This will kill me, Daniel. He touched my arm gently. But it will save Lily. We uploaded the video privately, sending the link directly to Clara. Minutes later, my phone buzzed. A video call. I answered with trembling hands. Clara's face filled the screen, smug as ever. Bravo, Emma. What a performance. Almost believable, I snapped. Where is she? Let me see Lily. Clara smirked. Patience, darling. I'll return her. But first, I want to make sure the whole world sees your confession. My stomach dropped. No, our deal was… Clara cut me off. I decide the deal. And I've decided your video goes public. Right now. She tapped her screen, and I watched in horror as my fake confession uploaded live, spreading like wildfire across every platform. Comments exploded instantly. Disgusting. Poor husband. She deserves everything coming to her. I screamed into the phone. You promised to let her go. Clara's laugh chilled me. Oh, I will, eventually. But watching you squirm? Priceless. She turned her camera, revealing Lily still tied to the chair, sobbing. Say goodbye for now, Emma. The screen went black. My whole body shook. Daniel slammed his fist against the wall, shouting, She's never going to let Lily go. She'll keep pushing until you're nothing. I fell to my knees, sobbing. Then what do we do, Daniel? What do we do? He crouched, his voice low but burning with resolve. We stop reacting. We stop playing defense. We hunt her down, Emma. We end this, before she ends you. Emma's tears blurred her vision as Daniel's words sank in. For the first time, they weren't just victims. They were about to become predators, and Clara had no idea what was coming. The room was suffocating with silence, broken only by my ragged breathing. Daniel's words echoed, We hunt her down. I stared at him, my mind a storm. You want to go after her? Daniel, she has Lily. What if she kills her before we find her? His jaw tightened, eyes burning. Then we don't give her the chance. We turn the game on her. We make her believe she's untouchable while we close in. I shook my head, fear and anger colliding. We're not trained for this. She's 10 steps ahead of us. She's got money, power, and no conscience. We're just broken people clinging to scraps. Daniel grabbed my hands, his grip firm. No, we're people she underestimated. And that's our advantage. My phone buzzed again. Another email from Clara. Subject, round 2. My stomach twisted as I opened it. Inside was a new video, this time of Lily, blindfolded, forced to read a script Clara had written. Her voice cracked. Emma, I'm ashamed of you. You betrayed Daniel. You betrayed our family. Maybe Clara deserves him more than you. I nearly dropped the phone, my chest splitting open. She's making Lily turn against me. She's twisting her words. Daniel cursed under his breath, pacing. She's escalating faster than I thought. We need to move now, I snapped. Move where? We don't even know where she's keeping Lily. Daniel stopped, his eyes flicking to the flash drive still on the table. Maybe we do. That drive wasn't just for humiliation, it was bait. What if there's more hidden inside? We shoved it back into the laptop, combing through files. Hours of video, audio, photos, Clara's trophies. My stomach churned, seeing her smug face in every frame. But then Daniel froze, pointing at a folder labeled Backups Private. My heart thudded as I clicked. Inside were surveillance clips, her own base of operations, a rented warehouse, concrete walls, security cameras. And in one corner, Lily, tied to the chair, struggling. Tears blurred my eyes. That's it. That's where she is. Daniel's voice hardened. Then we go. Tonight. I grabbed his arm, panic rising. Daniel, if we walk in there without a plan, she'll destroy us. She'll destroy Lily. He met my gaze, steady. Then we make a plan she won't see coming. The hours bled together as we strategized. Daniel called in favors from an old college friend who worked in cybersecurity. Through encrypted channels, he traced the IP address of Clara's uploads. Every path led back to the same location, the warehouse. My stomach knotted tighter. When night fell, we dressed in dark clothes, adrenaline pumping. As I stuffed the laptop into my bag, my phone buzzed again. Clara's voice message played, smooth and mocking. Time's almost up, darling. Tomorrow the world hears more about your little office fling, unless you surrender completely. Tick-tock. I clenched my jaw, whispering, You're not winning this time. Daniel loaded a small backpack, flashlight, rope, a kitchen knife. We'll get Lily out. Then we'll end this. His eyes searched mine. Are you ready? My body trembled, but my voice came firm. I don't have a choice. The city streets blurred as we drove. Every shadow felt like Clara watching us, every stoplight like a trap. When we reached the warehouse, my breath caught. It loomed against the night sky, dark and silent, surrounded by chain-link fencing. Daniel killed the engine, his whisper sharp. Stay close. No matter what happens, don't let her corner you. I nodded, clutching the flashlight. We slipped through a cut in the fence, our footsteps crunching against gravel. The air was heavy with oil and dust, every sound amplified in the silence. Inside, the warehouse smelled of rust and mildew. The flicker of one broken bulb cast eerie shadows. My stomach turned as we crept down the corridor, following the faint hum of machinery. Then I heard it. A muffled cry. Lily. My pulse thundered as we pushed through a door. There she was, tied to the chair, blindfolded, trembling. Lily! I gasped, rushing forward. But Daniel yanked me back sharply. Wait! My eyes darted to the floor and I froze. Wires, thin, nearly invisible, crisscrossing around her. A trap, Daniel whispered. She's rigged it. Tripwires connected to cameras. One wrong move and Clara knows we're here. My breath hitched. How do we disarm it? His jaw tightened. We don't. We distract her instead. Before I could respond, the speakers crackled to life, Clara's voice echoing through the warehouse. Well, well. The lovebirds finally show up. Took you long enough? My stomach lurched. She was watching us. Daniel shouted, Where are you, Clara? Show yourself. Her laugh rang out, sharp and cruel. Oh, I see you just fine. And I have to say, Emma, dark clothes. Breaking into my little sanctuary? You're full of surprises, I shouted into the darkness. Let her go, Clara. This is between you and me, her voice purred. Oh, but it's so much more fun with an audience. Poor Lily's been such a good little actress. Haven't you, sweetheart? Lily whimpered, struggling against her bonds. My hands shook with rage. If you hurt her, Clara cut me off. If I hurt her, you'll finally understand how it feels to lose everything. And isn't that what this game's been about all along? Daniel growled, scanning the shadows. Enough games, face us. The overhead lights flickered on suddenly, blinding us. Clara stepped out from the darkness, heels clicking against the floor. Perfectly dressed, calm, her smile sharp as a knife. Congratulations, she said smoothly, arms spread. You made it to the final round. My voice cracked with fury. Why are you doing this? What do you actually want? She tilted her head, eyes glittering. What I want? Justice? Daniel promised me forever, and instead he gave it to you. You stole him. So I'll steal everything from you. Your marriage, your family, your dignity. Until there's nothing left. Tears burned my eyes, but I stood tall. He's not worth destroying lives over. She laughed coldly. That's where you're wrong, darling. To me, Daniel was worth everything. And now? So is your suffering. Daniel stepped forward, knife in hand. If you touch Emma or Lily, I swear. Clara raised her phone, smirking. One step closer and the world gets a live stream of this little break-in. Who do you think they'll believe? The cheating wife and her guilty husband? Or me, the victim exposing them? The tension snapped like a wire. My body shook, torn between rage and terror. Lily sobbed behind us, Clara's smile widening. And then Clara whispered, her voice like poison. Choose, Emma. Walk away forever. Leave Daniel to me. And Lily lives. Or fight me. And you lose her. Emma's heart pounded as Clara's ultimatum hung in the air. The choice was brutal. Sacrifice her marriage or sacrifice her sister. Clara's words echoed like a death sentence. Choose, Emma. Walk away forever. Leave Daniel to me. Or lose Lily. My chest heaved, every breath scraping my throat raw. I turned to Daniel, my voice breaking. She wants me to give you up. She'll spare Lily if I disappear. Daniel's face twisted in panic. Emma, no. She's lying. She'll never stop even if you sacrifice everything. Clara leaned casually against a beam, smirking. Oh, but I never lie. I deliver pain, yes, but not lies. Choose wisely, Emma. Do you want your sister breathing tomorrow? Or do you want to keep clinging to a man who already betrayed you? Hot tears blurred my vision. Lily whimpered, struggling against her restraints. Emma, don't do it. She muffled through the gag. My knees weakened, rage and despair colliding. Clara, this isn't about justice. This is obsession. You can't keep destroying everyone just because he didn't choose you. Her laugh cut sharp. Didn't choose me? Oh no, darling, he did. Again and again in hotel rooms, in his car, in your house while you slept. He chose me every time until he got scared. So if you think this marriage is real, you're more delusional than I thought. I spun toward Daniel, trembling. Is she telling the truth? All of it? He looked gutted, eyes dropping to the floor. Emma, Clara interrupted, clapping mockingly. Oh, don't spare her feelings now, lover. Tell her how many times you came crawling back. Tell her how many times you whispered my name in the dark. Enough, I screamed, clutching my head. The room spun, betrayal clawing at my skin. I wanted to collapse, but Lily's muffled cries snapped me back. I glared at Clara through the blur of tears. You want me broken? Fine, but Lily leaves here alive. That's my only condition. Her eyes glittered. So you'll give him up? My voice cracked but didn't waver. Yes, I'll walk away. I'll burn my marriage, my reputation, everything. Just let her go. Daniel lunged forward. No, Emma. You can't. She'll win. Clara raised her phone, blocking him with a smug grin. Stay back, lover boy, or the world sees this little melodrama live. The words cut me open, but I turned to Daniel, my voice trembling. It's over, Daniel. You destroyed us long ago, and now I'm done letting your mess ruin my sister. If sacrificing you saves her, then I'll do it. His face crumpled, pain radiating. Emma, please. Don't. Clara's smile widened, victory shining in her eyes. Music to my ears. Step away from him, Emma, and watch how quickly I keep my promises. My legs shook as I moved closer to Lily, but Clara snapped, "No, no. Not yet. First say it. Out loud. Tell him you're done. Make it hurt!" My voice cracked as I forced the words out. "Daniel, I'm finished. I'm done being your wife. I'm done being your fool. From this moment on, you're nothing to me." The silence that followed felt like a knife twisting. Daniel's eyes filled with tears, his body trembling. "Emma?" Clara clapped slowly, her laughter echoing. "Beautiful. Truly beautiful. I almost believe you mean it." She pulled out a remote and pressed a button. The ropes around Lily's chair loosened, the gag dropping to the floor. Lily gasped for air, sobbing. "Emma, don't listen to her!" Relief surged through me, but Clara's voice slashed it away. "Oh, don't celebrate yet. She's free, yes. But you aren't." My eyes narrowed. "You said you'd let her go if I gave you Daniel." Clara smirked. "I did. She's untied, isn't she? But whether she walks out of here alive depends on you following through." Daniel's voice cracked, desperate. "Emma, she's not going to stop. Even if you give her everything, she'll keep going until she buries you." I spun on him, fury exploding. "Then why, Daniel? Why did you ever let her in? Why did you give her the power to destroy us?" His face broke, tears streaming. "Because I was weak. Because I thought she made me feel alive when I was too blind to see I already had everything I needed with you. I hate myself for it, Emma. I hate what I did," Clara sneered, rolling her eyes. "Pathetic. He'll cry, beg, promise the world, but he'll always crawl back. He's mine, Emma. He always has been." My hands curled into fists, rage boiling. "No, Clara, he's not yours. He's not mine. He's nothing. And I'll prove it." I stepped forward, glaring into Clara's eyes. "I'll leave him. I'll vanish. But you swear, on whatever soul you still have, that Lily walks out alive tonight." Clara smirked. "Oh, I swear. I want you alive too, Emma, to watch your world rot. That's far more satisfying than killing you." For a moment, it seemed like the nightmare was ending. Clara gestured toward Lily. "Go on, take her. But don't forget your promise." I rushed to Lily, hugging her trembling body. She sobbed into my chest. "Emma, please don't do this. She'll never stop. We have to fight back." My tears soaked her hair. "I can't risk losing you, Lily. You're all I have left." But as I held her, something shifted in me. Clara's smug smile, Daniel's broken face, Lily's desperation, it all collided into a single thought. Enough. I stood, pulling Lily behind me. My voice came low, steady, dangerous. "You think you've won, Clara?" "No, you've only shown me who you really are, and I'm not running anymore." Her smile faltered slightly. "Careful, darling. You made a deal." I stepped closer, fire blazing in my chest. "The deal is dead. Just like whatever part of me cared about saving face. I'll burn everything you've got, your lies, your secrets, your games, and I'll drag you down myself." Clara's eyes narrowed, her finger hovering over her phone. "One wrong move and everyone watching will see you for the fraud you are." I lifted my chin. "Then let them watch. I've got nothing left to lose." Daniel's breath caught, realization dawning. "Emma, you're turning it back on her." I didn't take my eyes off Clara. "That's right. She's lived on exposing others. Let's expose her." Clara's smirk wavered as Emma squared her shoulders, daring her to strike. For the first time, the mistress realized the betrayed wife wasn't broken. She was ready for war. The warehouse felt like it was shrinking around us, Clara's smug smirk faltering under my glare. My voice cut sharp. "You've hidden behind blackmail long enough, Clara. But I'm done being your puppet. You want exposure? Let's shine the spotlight on you." She scoffed, twirling her phone. Bold words from a woman whose dirty secrets are already trending. I stepped forward, dragging Lily behind me. "Maybe, but you've been sloppy. The surveillance files, the blackmail messages, the staged videos, you left digital fingerprints everywhere. And once the world sees them, they'll know you're not a victim. You're a predator." Clara's eyes narrowed, her confidence twitching. "Empty threats, darling. Nobody will believe you after that confession. Your reputation is ashes. Daniel's voice rang out, stronger now. Then we'll rise from the ashes, Clara, but you? You'll burn. She swung her phone toward me like a weapon. One click, Emma, one click and your humiliation doubles. My lips curled into a bitter smile. Go ahead, stream it. Show the world the ropes, the warehouse, my sister tied up, your smug little face. Let them see who you really are. For the first time, Clara hesitated. Her fingers trembled on the screen. Daniel seized the moment, his voice sharp. Do it, Clara, expose yourself. Prove you're nothing but a jealous mistress with a vendetta. Her mask cracked, rage flashing in her eyes. You think you can corner me? I've built this game for months. I own the narrative. I pulled my phone from my pocket, holding it high. Not anymore. This entire confrontation? I've been recording since the second we walked in. Her eyes widened. You wouldn't? I hit play. Her voice echoed from my speaker. Choose wisely, Emma. Do you want your sister breathing tomorrow, or do you want to keep clinging to a man who already betrayed you? Lily gasped, hope flickering in her tear-streaked face. Daniel's jaw tightened. Game over, Clara. Clara's face contorted, fury twisting her features. Delete it, now! She lunged toward me, but Daniel blocked her path, knife raised. Don't. His voice dripped venom. For the first time, Clara looked unsettled. Her eyes darting between us. I steadied my breath, my hand gripping Lily's. We walk out of here, Clara, and if you try to stop us, this recording goes everywhere. Clara sneered, though her voice shook. You think you're safe? I still hold the strings. I still control the story, Daniel growled. Not anymore. You've underestimated Emma, and that's the one mistake you'll regret. Her laugh came out brittle, cracking under pressure. Even if you walk out tonight, you'll never escape me. The world already hates you, Emma. Your confession is viral. Your name is mud. You'll never get your life back. Tears burned my eyes, but I stood tall. Maybe not. But I'll have Lily alive, and you? You'll have nothing but the ruin you created. For a moment, silence hung heavy. Then Clara's face hardened, cold and deadly. If I can't destroy you with the world watching, then I'll destroy you myself. She pulled something from her coat, a small handgun. My breath stopped. Lily screamed. Daniel stepped in front of us, knife shaking in his hand. Put it down, Clara. She raised the weapon, her smile returning, chilling. Why would I? This way I get the perfect ending. The betrayed wife, the guilty husband, both dead, and me, the survivor. My mind raced, heart hammering. Clara, listen to me. You kill us, you lose everything. That recording, those files, they're already backed up. If anything happens to me, they go public automatically. Her eyes flickered, hesitation breaking her mask. You're bluffing. I forced a smile, though fear crushed me. Try me. Do you really want to gamble your empire on that? Her grip on the gun wavered. Daniel seized the moment, lunging. The weapon clattered to the floor as the two of them collided, grunting and shouting. I screamed, dragging Lily back. The fight was brutal. Daniel's knife slashing, Clara clawing and kicking with feral rage. Daniel! I cried, panic tearing through me as they rolled across the floor. Clara slammed his head against the concrete, grabbing the gun again. I darted forward, kicking it from her grip. It skidded across the floor, disappearing under a shelf. She shrieked, scrambling after it, but Daniel tackled her, pinning her down. His voice roared, raw and broken. You ruined everything! You poisoned our lives! No more! His knife hovered above her throat, his hand shaking violently. Daniel, stop! I screamed, rushing forward. Don't do it! Killing her won't fix anything! His eyes burned with years of guilt and fury. She deserves it, Emma. She deserves to bleed for what she's done! Clara spat up at him, laughing even as blood trickled from her lip. Do it, Daniel. Prove I was right. Prove you're a monster. Let Emma see who you really are. His whole body trembled, rage tearing him apart. I dropped to my knees beside him, grabbing his arm. Daniel, look at me. You've already destroyed enough. Don't finish it by becoming her, please. Don't. His breath came ragged, the knife shaking inches from Clara's throat. She smiled wickedly, daring him. Come on, kill me. Show her the truth. The tension was unbearable, the warehouse pulsing with silence. Daniel's hand quivered, his body on the brink. My voice broke through the chaos. Choose, Daniel. Choose who you are. Right now. For a heartbeat, he froze. Then, with a guttural scream, he flung the knife across the room, collapsing to the floor beside me. Clara laughed, cold and victorious. Pathetic. You couldn't even finish it. I glared down at her, fury blazing. No, Clara, that's what makes him human. Something you'll never be. But before relief could wash over me, Clara's hand shot out, grabbing a jagged shard of glass from the floor. She lunged at Daniel, her scream animalistic. I barely had time to react before the shard plunged forward. Blood sprayed across the concrete as Clara's attack landed. Daniel gasped, collapsing back, his shirt blooming red. Clara's grin widened, feral and triumphant as I screamed his name. Daniel! I screamed as his body crumpled, blood soaking through his shirt. Clara's laugh echoed like nails on glass. Look at him. Weak, broken, mine to destroy. I lunged, grabbing the shard from her hand, fury burning through me. She hissed, clawing at my arms, but I shoved her back against the wall, my voice a growl. You've taken enough from me. This ends now. Daniel coughed, his voice faint. Emma, don't let her win. His eyes fluttered, pain twisting his face. Panic surged, but I forced myself to stay steady. Clara smirked, blood on her lips. Oh, how poetic. The wife holding the weapon, the husband bleeding out. Imagine the headlines when they find you both here. My hand shook as the shard pressed near her throat. Lily cried out behind me, her voice breaking. Emma, stop. Don't become like her. My heart pounded, torn between rage and reason. Clara's smile widened. Do it, kill me. Then the world sees you as the monster I always knew you were. I dropped the shard with a clatter, my voice trembling but firm. No, Clara, I'm not you. She blinked, momentarily thrown off. In that split second, Lily snatched the flashlight and swung with all her strength. It cracked against Clara's temple, sending her sprawling to the floor unconscious. I rushed to Daniel, pressing my hands against his wound, tears blurring my vision. Stay with me. Please, Daniel, stay. His hand found mine, weak and trembling. I'm sorry, Emma, for everything? I sobbed, shaking my head. Don't you dare leave me. Not like this. Lily's voice shook. We have to get him out of here. Call for help. My phone was already in my hand, dialing emergency services. My voice trembled as I gave them the address. Every second felt like an eternity. Daniel's breath shallow, his skin pale. The sirens came fast, flashing red against the warehouse walls. Paramedics stormed in, lifting Daniel onto a stretcher. My chest tightened as I watched them work frantically, blood staining their gloves. He's critical, one muttered. My knees buckled, but Lily held me upright, whispering, He'll make it. He has to. Police swarmed the scene, cuffing Clara as she regained consciousness. Her eyes locked on me, venom dripping from her smile. Even if I rot in a cell, Emma, you'll never escape me. The world will always believe my version. I met her gaze, my voice steady with fire. Not anymore. I've got every word recorded, every threat, every confession. You buried yourself. For the first time, her face paled. She thrashed against the officers, screaming, You'll regret this, Emma. You'll regret it. But her voice faded as they dragged her away, her empire crumbling in chains. Hours later, I sat in the hospital, hands stained with Daniel's blood, my mind replaying every moment. The doctors worked behind closed doors. Lily sat beside me, holding my hand tight. You were incredible, Emma. You saved me. You stopped her. Tears slipped down my cheeks. But at what cost? The doors finally opened, a surgeon stepping out, his face grave. My heart seized. Is he? The doctor nodded slowly. He's alive, but it was close. He'll need time, rest, and a lot of healing. Relief crashed over me like a wave. I sank into the chair, sobbing uncontrollably. When they let me see him, Daniel looked fragile, pale against the hospital sheets, but his eyes opened weakly. Emma, he whispered. I took his hand, trembling. You scared me. You almost left me. His tears welled. I don't deserve your forgiveness. But thank you for not letting her turn me into a killer. My throat tightened. You've broken me, Daniel. You've destroyed so much. But tonight, you chose not to sink to her level, and maybe that's the first step to redemption." His eyes searched mine, raw and desperate. "I'll spend every day trying to earn it if you let me." Lily placed her hand on mine. "Emma, whatever you decide. You've already won. Clara can't hurt us anymore. The world knows the truth." I nodded, exhaustion weighing heavy. "Yes, but it's not about the world anymore. It's about us rebuilding or walking away." Weeks later, Clara's face splashed across headlines. "Mistress turned criminal mastermind sentenced to 20 years. The recordings, the files, every piece of evidence tore her lies apart. She sat in court, seething as the judge declared her guilty of extortion, kidnapping, and attempted murder. I stood in the witness box, voice steady as I said, "You tried to destroy me, but I'm still standing." The media frenzy eventually died down, the public shifting their rage from me to Clara. For the first time in months, I could breathe without fear. Lily began to smile again, her nightmares fading slowly. As for Daniel, he walked out of the hospital weeks later, weaker but alive. We sat on a park bench one evening, silence stretching between us. Finally, he whispered, "Do we have a future, Emma?" I looked at him, my heart torn. "You're the father of my memories, Daniel, but you're also the author of my pain. I can't forget what you did. Maybe one day I'll forgive, but I'll never be the same." His eyes glistened, but he nodded. "Then I'll carry the weight. Whatever you choose, I'll accept it." I stood, the sunset burning orange across the sky. "This isn't goodbye, Daniel, but it isn't what we were either. We'll find a new way forward, separately, or maybe one day together. But right now, I need to find me again." He watched me walk away, his figure small in the fading light. Lily caught up beside me, smiling gently. "You didn't just survive, Emma. You won." My chest tightened, but I lifted my chin, the fire in me finally steady. "No, Lily, we won, and now, we live." The betrayed wife didn't just survive the mistress's game. She ended it, reclaiming her power and her life.